Hey everybody, welcome to Avenger Cast number 3. And I got a few things I wanted to talk about. I got my brother in the background, Mike.
Hello.
And got a lot of things I'd love to discuss. Got a bag I bought. I got a couple of things I want to show to you guys that I got today. I got a lot. So let's start off with the videos and stuff going on my channel. I mentioned a while ago about a new video idea I have and still do have. It's just time-wise, shooting it, I'm probably going to shoot it tonight, possibly. If not, I'm most likely going to shoot it tomorrow. Mike will probably be helping me as always because Mike likes using the camera.
Yep.
You guys will be seeing that video then obviously tomorrow. Also talk about a new camera is in the making. We are looking into a couple of video cameras. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave me a comment below. Mention the name of the camera and the make, and we'll look it up. We're looking into video cameras though, not digicams this time, because this digital camera is going to last me a really long time as far as pictures. So we're looking, specifically for videos. For a video camera that we can put on the computer, whether it makes Windows Media, WMV, or QuickTime, whatever, as long as it shoots really nice videos in HD. Any suggestions you guys are welcome to send it to me. Send me a comment, send me a message. If not, we are going to go to a few stores and check out what they have. Most likely it's going to be Best Buy, and check out some stuff on Amazon. Also, Joe's very good at computer stuff, so he'll probably have a way of looking into things a little more in depth. He knows a lot of sites that do reviews on stuff like that. But that's definitely something for 2012, not anytime soon. For now, this is the camera we'll be using. So yeah, it's nothing in the near future. It's something in the not so distant, but still pretty far away, distant future. Also, I wanted to discuss this because I thought it was weird. I mean, Marvel's been on the ball with a lot of number ones, you know, a lot of the 4 number ones, and I didn't mean a lot of number ones. I mean, they have a lot of good events going on, and the 4 number ones being Wolverine, Uncanny, Incredible Hulk, and Avenging Spider-Man. Out of those 4, my prediction is I think Avenging Spider-Man is going to be the least popular, followed directly behind by Uncanny X-Men. What do you guys think? Feel free to... All these questions you can answer in the comments except for the camera. Please leave that for a personal message, so this way I don't have to go through a bunch of serial numbers. The messages are better. But any questions involving comics, please leave me a comment below. Out of the 4, which do you think are going to sink and which do you think are going to float? I love Wolverine and the X-Men number 1. I haven't heard one bad review about it yet. I've heard neutral reviews about it, but nothing bad. So my prediction is Wolverine and the X-Men definitely tops. Incredible Hulk got 4 out of 5 stars. It's tops. Uncanny X-Men though, this is what I don't understand. Marvel's bad business right here. Nobody likes Cyclops. Nobody likes Emma Frost. They're leading the Uncanny X-Men team. Doesn't that kind of mean that the sales for Uncanny X-Men are going to kind of sink because Kitty Pryde isn't there? Wolverine isn't there. Iceman isn't there. Anybody who went with Wolverine basically, except Psylocke, isn't there. Granted, Colossus is there, Storm is there, Jubilee is there. X-23 is up in the air right now. There are other X-Men. There was a list. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but he has all the... And Magneto and Namor. He has the heavy hitters, but we don't like Scott. Nobody likes Scott. Yeah, everybody basically says Scott Summers is a dick. So, who's going to want to read a book that has him front and center as the leader of the X-Men? Number 1. Number 2, what does this mean for the X-Men title, where it's going to be Colossus, Jubilee, Domino, and I'm forgetting the 4th one. Storm. Or did I say Storm?
You didn't say Storm.
I didn't say Storm. Storm. What is this going to mean for X-Men now? Because now the team is separated, and now each title is going to have its own specific team. I don't see myself picking up X-Men after this anymore because A, no Wolverine. Now granted, Wolverine isn't like the Cell or not, because there are books I have that are X-Men related that don't have Wolverine in it, but the team lineup, and Warpath, that was the other person I missed. The team lineup, other than Domino, Storm, and Colossus, don't grab me. New Mutants never bothered me. I never read New Mutants anyway. X-Men Legacy and X-Men X Factor. Both titles are now interesting me a little bit more X Factor than X-Men Legacy, but Amber's a huge Rogue fan, so X-Men Legacy is somehow going to make it once the story arc's over and it goes into Regenesis. X Factor, I'm probably going to check out because it has Wolverine leading them. So I'm probably going to check out X Factor. But what do you guys think? I mean, was it a good idea to separate? I mean, yes, of course it was a good idea to separate the X-Men because now we have a lot to talk about. But on a business standpoint, was it good to have Cyclops being front and center of Uncanny X-Men? What do you guys think it's going to have as far as sales? Now, I'm sure a lot of people can grin and bear Scott. I, for one, especially because Wolverine's going to be in 4 other books, leading 4 other X teams, plus that's including X-Force. I don't see myself being able to work with Scott and Logan. I'm on Logan's side, so I'm more inclined to buy Wolverine than Cyclops. I have no inclinations of caring if I drop the Cyclops stories now. What do you guys think? Because I know a lot of you don't like Scott. A lot of people I've talked to already said we're not picking up Uncanny X-Men after #1. We're just going to see how the story goes. What do you guys think about the whole Scott Summers thing? Here's another question. What do you think about Scott Summers being front and center of Uncanny X-Men? Are you going to be buying it? If so, why? Like, give me reasons why. Not just the artwork. I mean, artwork is important, but I guess the main reason I'd be picking it up, and this is from my point of view, it would be the story. If the story is good enough where you can ignore it's just Scott Summers leading his team, maybe it's worth a buy. But what do you guys think? Why would you pick up Uncanny X-Men knowing that it's now Scott Summers in the spotlight? What was the other thing I want to mention? Really quickly wanted to discuss. See, this is why I should bullet things. It's very important. So we did videos, got into comic books. Oh, I've actually decided to start, and this is on the side when I have a bit of extra money. And right now I've only been buying cheap ones of this. I'm on the hunt for #1s as far as first volumes, #1s. I've got 2 so far. You guys will be seeing those next week. And first appearances. I've been looking for first appearances, but I'm getting back on that that wagon now a bit. I have 2 #1s coming next week from way back when. I don't believe I have any first appearances as of yet. I'll remember probably after the video if I got any first appearances. I did get a few in the Halloween video, the Halloween haul video, where this was the first appearance of the Parliament of Trees. So yeah, it's not that big a deal, but on my budget, this is doable right now, as opposed to the first appearance of Hawkeye, which is in the hundreds. So I'm doing doable comics right now. But that's my little thing. Avenger Cast. I'm glad a lot of you are liking it. I got a lot of messages on how much you guys enjoyed the what's it called, the intro. I'm glad you guys liked it. It took a while to get it just right. Gotta explain, the reason this past episode was an hour-and-a-half long was kind of because, I should have said this, it's a special. It involved not just concluding October as far as comic books, but it also involved New York Comic Con. And we all know a lot of news came out of New York Comic Con pertaining to Marvel. And everybody had something to say, and there were about, how many? There was about 5 of us. So if everybody has something to say about almost every topic, it took a while. But basically, if we took out all the Comic-Con stuff, the episode probably would have only been about a half hour to 40 minutes. Because that's about all you can discuss comic books for. Especially when we all have our individual reviews. The podcast, as Doc and Chris said, would be like for things that we missed out on when we were doing our actual reviews. Things that we forgot to say, or after feelings, like after reading it for 3 or 4 times. Then that's what the cast is going to be used for. Very rare will there be a special. Only times I can see it are at San Diego and New York Comic Con. Other than that, I see the podcast being no more than an hour long, maybe less. Once again, it's mainly on current comic book talk, current comic books that come out that have been released the month of whenever we're doing the podcast, like catching up, like doing a, what do you call it, what's the word I'm looking
recap.
for? Yeah, thank you. A recap of all the comics that came out that month and talking about any news that has been released as of the first of the month. So far this month I've only got like 3 things that are going to be probably mentioned in the review unless somebody else mentions they want to mention something else. So I apologize. I know a few of you said it's kind of long and attention does drift. I even drifted while I was editing the video a couple of times where I had to get up and walk away for a minute. I understand how you feel, guys. I'm sorry that it was really long. Once again, the reason was it was a special. We had a lot of in-depth discussion about a lot of things going on, and that's kind of why it dragged out. It was about an hour talk for New York Comic Con alone. I think next time what I'll do when it's a con, I'll do a special podcast for the con, and then I'll go into the regular podcast for comic books and news, because I think if we did that with this episode, if we separated it, probably would have, sorry, Mike was saying something in the background, it probably would have been less. It probably would have had one that was 45 minutes and another one that was 45 minutes, or one that was an hour and one that was a half hour. So, I apologize, guys, a lot. Now, what I want to do is get into this. I have my regular comics that were shipped today. Today's Wednesday. On time, which I'm very happy about. I got a message on Monday that they were shipped, and I guess that was a mistake because today I got the official tracking number and everything. But these were also shipped on Monday. I saw these on a video. I also have another one that's on the way through Amazon. But I saw these on a video, and Midtown had the issue I saw on a video plus 2 others, the other 2 parts. And Dawk and Howler, Chris, this was on his video, and I was like, it looks good. It's my favorite character. Then he had to say the words, glow in the dark. Anybody who knows, when I started collecting comic books, there were very few things that I bought right away. Things that are shiny. I love the shiny covers where they put like that little fake metal thing to it. I don't have any on here to show you guys. Sparkly, any type of like big thing. And then the final thing, and this is why I made sure to get the glow in the dark Superman Blue, was glow in the dark. So he showed Venom #1, Enemy Within Part 1. So I got my hands on one that glows in the is the glow in the dark. It's not a variant. It's basically, that's the cover. The cover glows in the dark. And then I figured, since I'm getting this and it's a 3-part series only, I would pick up #2 and the final part, #3. Now, I didn't take my own advice, and this is why I ended up buying 1 comic book on Amazon and these 3 in a lower grade. Originally, I had all 3 of these in my cart as fine. I still got #2 as fine, as you guys can see. But unfortunately, I had to get a great version of the 3rd part and a good version. I see G and I think great. A good version of #3 and a very good version of #1, because I was stupid and decided, oh, I'll wait till Wednesday and I'll stick it in my regular comic order. Not a smart idea, because in a matter of 2 days, most of the Venom #1s sold out. I believe I got the second to last #1 because there was still 1 left. Then it sold out. So I don't know what happened, but apparently don't wait. If you want a comic, buy it at that moment. If you don't, then understand you run the risk of losing it, because in this industry, person finds a comic or sees a comic on a reviewer's site or an older comic that they're interested in, they're going to run to the site and they're going to buy it day of. So if you're willing to lose it, to risk losing it, by all means. I did that with a few comics for next week's haul, and thank God, knock wood, all of them were still in stock when I made my order today. But I lost a book that I really wanted, and I didn't care. I went on Amazon and I ended up paying $2 more for shipping. So just understand that that's the risk you run when it comes to comic collecting, because comic collectors, they will jump on certain things. This book, for some weird reason, was jumped on this past week. A lot of people wanted it. I'm guessing, duh, Monday was Halloween, and this story actually is about Halloween. So, not a good time to mess around, and I lost out on getting a fine version of #1, but I must admit, this very good version looks... I'll tell you the truth, guys, anything that's very good and above, for the most part, the condition is really, really good. The reason I got fine was because I wanted it fine, but like this version here that's good, for some weird reason, it really, really is pretty good compared. Now, I don't know if there's any internal damages, but once again, I just got it to conclude the story. I really just wanted this cover because of the glow in the dark, but I never, if it's a 3-part series and it only cost me about $3, because that's about how much that cost me, yeah, I'll jump on that right away for $3, and then $3 shipping, not bad at all, roundabout. So that's really about it. I just, with all the stuff going on with Marvel, I was just wondering how you guys felt about, first of all, the Cyclops thing. Would you be, you know, everybody doesn't like Cyclops, so who's really going to buy Uncanny X-Men other than for the story? Even if it is for the story, why would you want to buy it now? Because since Cyclops is running that team, what would be the point of buying it? Because nobody likes him. And yeah, so I was just wondering. And then also, the second question, I had to remember what the second question was. Second question is, out of the 4 number 1s, which comic books do you think are going to be hits, and which ones do you think are going to be misses? I think Avenging Spider-Man is another Spider-Man team-ups with a different name, and I don't see it really doing too well. And Uncanny, because of Cyclops, and everybody's going to want to be on Wolverine's side, and that's going to hurt the sales for Uncanny. But I still see Uncanny X-Men selling a bit more than Avenging Spider-Man. So, yeah, those are the 2 questions. Which number 1s are going to be good, and why would you buy Uncanny X-Men, or anything that takes place on Cyclops' side when 99.95, I'll say, % of people I know don't even like Cyclops. So what would be your motivation to actually pick up Uncanny X-Men number 1 now, since it's Cyclops' main spotlight and basically the leader of that team? Why would you want to buy it? And other than that, once again, apologies for the long podcast, and hope you guys enjoyed the comics I got. I'm very happy I got this. This is probably going to go somewhere on the wall. Thank you, Chris, for showing me comics that make me want to go out and buy immediately. I would try to show this glowing in the dark, but I highly doubt that the... You can turn the light off and let me see. I don't think it's going to work.
Okay. Let's see.
Go. Yeah, you can hardly...
Well, I could see it from here, just the camera doesn't get it.
Yeah, so turn it back on. Yeah, I could see it. You're supposed to really expose the white to a light, like right up against the light, which I'm probably not going to do because I don't want to ruin the cover of the comic. I'll just probably put it on the wall, and whatever light it absorbs, and whatever it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. Still a cool cover. Alright guys, so I'll see you soon, and hopefully the video I've been planning to do for now a week and have not had the time for it. So yeah, this was Avengers Log 3, bunch of stuff in there, and see you guys later. So, yeah, that's it. See you guys later. Take care.